Dugue and Laroche, the Dalton Gunfighters, with the complicity of the late Michael Audiard, Lucky Luke Tobacco Manufacturers.
Jolly Jumper, get dressed. We're back in service. Maitre Morris is the executor of the will of the Mexican, an old crook who recently died and who held this town in his grasp.
Maître Maurice Couture.
It's been 2 months since the money from the various traffics has been coming in. The Daltons have taken up the torch and are taking everything for themselves. I had you called to put things in order. They're holding a meeting-like gathering at the saloon.
Let's go.
Saloon.
It's curious with humans, this need to make sentences.
Madam, sir, priority to the Mexican's affairs. Maitre Morris, the accounts.
Lucky Luke.
Honor to the ladies. Dear ladies, I've been informed of some difficulties in your management. Temporary, I hope. Would you like to provide us with some explanations?
Explanations, Mr. Luke. There are two: recession and lack of manpower. It's not that the clientele is sulking. It's that they've left. The Klondike, the gold rush of 1896. These ladies are exporting themselves.
You, Jack, things aren't going well in your business. Yet, whiskey, real or fake, is still being drunk.
Less than before. American youth drink sodas with plant extracts, and the old-timers, Doxy's elixir. The customer is becoming difficult to follow.
Well then, madam. Gentlemen, you will carry over this year's receipts from last year. We will proceed with collection within 3 days.
You, Joe, you could say you're a real boss.
But this guy doesn't know Joe. He's going to have a rough awakening. I'm going to work him fiercely, make him walk with kicks. I want to see him at my mercy, and I promise you he'll beg for forgiveness.
Knock, knock! That's the 10% fine for the delay.
And at the end of the famous 3 days,
According to their plan, it's here.
This looks shady. Indeed, even though we may have the firepower of a cruiser and competition guns. Deep down now, diplomats would rather take precedence over men of action.
Halt!
The era would rather be one of round tables and relaxation.
That's very true. If we did more tinkering, we'd have less nonsense on our minds.
All right, where's the dough?
We can talk about it after an aperitif.
We're adults.
We could have a little one.
Yes, but all the usual stuff got broken in the shootout.
Are we venturing into the bizarre? It dates back to the great times of the Mexican. Only we had to stop production. Some customers were going blind.
Yet he looks honest. Without being outright dishonest at first glance like that, he looks a little peculiar.
Gotta admit, that's brutal.
I knew a Cheyenne woman who had it for breakfast. Gotta admit, though, it's a man's drink.
I taste a hint of apple in it.
There is.
after a few dozen gulps,
The Mexican, he had his secret, 50 kilos of potatoes, a sack of sawdust, and he'd get 25 liters of bourbon out of the still. It's to polish that I'd order certain memory foulers. They'd better shut their traps.
Rantan plan. He ate the dollars.
These pastries were delicious!
So that was the hiding place.
Give me back my money. It's mine. I stole it.
Avratel, you idiot.
But, Jack, I thought he'd leave us in peace in this box.
Easy, Joe.
Easy, Joe.
Easy, Joe.
If he hasn't digested it all, I have a chance to get my 10% back.
Rantan plan. Heal.
I'm a rich, lonesome dog.
Here, you dirty beast. My money.
Monument Valley and Setting Sun. The end.